Alright, so let's get into this video. Why Twitch won't exist in 7 years. Okay.
Twitch has been on a steady decline for the past 2 years, and they have no idea how to fix it. They are potentially losing hundreds of millions of dollars per year, laying off hundreds of employees, banning some of their most important creators, implementing useless features, and are constantly proving how little they know or care about the live streaming community. Twitch has been the biggest live streaming platform for the better part of a decade, but there is some competition on the horizon. Although it wouldn't take much for YouTube to put Twitch out of their misery, it's very likely that their collapse will come from their own self-sabotage. First and foremost, Twitch's financial stability is confusing, and although they reported $2.8 billion in revenue in 2022, it's unclear how much of that, if any, was profit. However, there are a lot of implications that suggest the company is struggling to be in the green. Twitch's four ways
Chicobots, welcome to the Danger Zone. Thanks for the follow.
of making money are through subscribers who pay $5 a month to get an ad-free experience, as well as other small benefits. In-app purchases, which include bits, a digital currency that users can purchase to donate to streamers, partnerships with brands and sponsors, and of course the number one, advertising. We don't know how many total paid subscribers there are on Twitch. I did find this metric from Stream Hatchet that says in April of 2021, Twitch had 8.7 million subscribers, where 43% of them were Amazon Prime subs. A Prime subscriber is someone who gets an ad-free experience for $0 since they already have an Amazon Prime membership, because Amazon owns Twitch. Therefore, Twitch doesn't make any money on that sub. In fact, you could argue they're losing money since viewers are paying $0 and not getting ads, and Twitch has to pay creators $1 and some change for that Prime sub. Anyways, this graph indicates that in the month of April, Twitch had 4.7 million paid subscribers, times $5, which is 23.5 million, times 12 months average, which would be about $282 million in sub revenue in 2021. But Twitch on average receives between 30 and 50% of that money, because for affiliate streamers, Twitch takes 50%, or $2.50 of the $5 subscriber price, and for partners, they take 30%, or $1.50 of the $5. So if
But I'm pretty sure that's recently changed. I don't know how long Patrick's been making this video, but obviously, like, you know, those changes have already been made, where regardless, like, if you make, like, they'll let you keep 70% of sub revenue over on Twitch until you have made a net worth of 100K, then it drops down to 50%. So kind of like what Prime subs sort of give you. But, you know, if you're a big streamer that makes gross revenue, like I'm pretty sure you'll go into here, if you're a big streamer that has already made over 100K worth of subs, then it drops down to 50%. So a smaller streamer, I guess, is safe, staying sort of like below, but it's still just an overall like negative, I would say, that really killed a lot of the, you know, high earners on Twitch.
If we favor the high end of 50%, that would equal $141 million in subscriber revenue that goes to Twitch. But if Stream Hatchet's estimation of Twitch only having 4.7 million paid subscribers per month is wrong, and they actually have around 10 to 20 million paid subscribers per month, that would bring Twitch's cut between $300 and $600 million per year. Some people argue that Twitch taking a 50% cut of sub revenue is just an act of greed, because most of their money comes from advertising. Now, $141 to $600 million is nothing to scoff at, but compared to $2.8 billion, I can see why people make the claims. However, it seems like Twitch needs this money to keep their business from failing. According to a blog post in November 2022, where Twitch president Dan Clancy, who is now the CEO, announced that creators who make over $100,000 in sub revenue will no longer get their 70-30 split.
Like I was just talking about.
It will go down to 50-50, and over time, all creators will split the sub revenue 50-50 with Twitch. Why? Well, because it's too expensive to run Twitch. Delivering high definition, low latency, always available live video to nearly every corner of the world is expensive. Using the published rates from Amazon's Web Services Interactive Video Service, or IVS, which is essentially Twitch video, live video costs for a 100 CCU streamer who streams 200 hours a month are more than $1,000 per month. Now, what they said here is very misleading. If you want to start your own live stream platform, you can pay for Amazon IVS, or basically Twitch's infrastructure. The problem with Dan's statement here is there is simply no way Amazon is charging Twitch the same rate that anyone else would be charged for using IVS. Why wouldn't Amazon do that? Well, again, because Amazon owns Twitch. Amazon would charge me or you $1,000 per month to deliver HD live video to 100 concurrent viewers at 200 hours a month, but they likely charge Twitch at least 50 to 90% less than that. In fact, nobody has any real idea of how much it costs to run Twitch. Obviously, you have employee compensation with thousands of employees, but
And this is sort of the thing that was a topic of conversation about maybe half a month ago with Kick, when they were talking about, Kick is obviously running off of this web service of Amazon. Kick is run off of IVS. And so, like you just said, any person can essentially start their own streaming platform using IVS. But obviously the operating costs, it could obviously be pretty expensive, because we just saw how 100 viewer streamer might cost upwards up to thousands of dollars a month for just a single streamer, versus the thousands, the tens of thousands that already stream here on Kick. That times 2,000, it's obviously going to be running a lot. But like how Patrick just said, these operating costs are obviously discounted to platforms like Twitch, because obviously it's owned by Amazon. And since Kick is not a Amazon property, but essentially has the same looks, infrastructure, and everything, it could be that no one really knows for sure. People were just running off of their mouths, saying that it's costing Kick a lot more to run, since there's no real what is Kick really profiting off of, since there's no sub split. We keep most of the money off the subs. There's no ads on here yet. It's how is it really profiting? And it's it could just be that the Kick's operating costs are discounted at 90%, or even half, down to 50%. So no one really knows how much Kick is spending to run its web service. But maybe he'll get more into it here.
But more importantly, billions of dollars per year in energy costs to maintain those servers and deliver perfect quality on-demand streaming all over the world at any given moment. And although we don't know those costs, we could pretty safely say that taking a higher percentage from their partners is not going to cover the expenses. Now, regarding how much Twitch makes from bits,
that's why you should come here.
It's unclear, but I'm sure most streamers can agree that bits donations are nowhere near as common as subscribers. It was reported that Twitch generated $185 million from in-app purchases. I'm not sure if this includes subscribers and bits together, or if it's just bits and other microtransactions like badges, gift cards, and the loot cave. Either way, we are learning that at best, Twitch is generating roughly $750 million from subs and in-app purchases, or at worst, $185 million. Regardless of what the real numbers are, we know that without a doubt, Twitch could never survive on just paid subscribers and in-app purchases, which means that likely the $2+ billion in revenue they generated in 2022 pretty much it comes from advertising and brand partnerships. The problem with this is advertisements are destroying the viewer experience. Creators have a terrible revenue split with Twitch, which has led to a near 10% decrease in average viewership and watch time for the past 2 years. We all know how annoying ads can be, besides when I do them, because today's video is sponsored by Aura. Have you ever Googled your name and I'd rather have selling yours that are sharing, but they make half. Also, have predictable price. Exploit you in 2 weeks at a minimum. Roll out ads per of advertisement. Thanks, Aura.
Okay. Hold on a sec. I just got a notification here. I just want to see this real quick. Okay. We're back to this video.
On an average Twitch stream, a viewer will get a minimum of 3 minutes of advertisements per hour. However, in late
Oh yeah, like ever since they dropped the or someone like dropped out how much Kick would be offering a person or a streamer if they were to run 8 ads per hour. It's like a lot of people have said that that kind of money is just essentially life changing, but it's obviously just a shooting themselves in the foot scenario with Twitch. It's like anybody that would actually.
2022.
It's like yeah, I think it was Asmongold saying that like that kind of money is life changing for anybody, and it's like he wouldn't really blame anybody if people were to take up that offer of running 8 ads per hour. And but again, it's just like it's a death penalty for Twitch.
Twitch announced the rollout of the Ads Incentive Program, where they encourage streamers to run 8 to 10 minutes of ads per hour. Multiple minutes of ads being displayed consecutively will result in viewers either leaving the platform or clicking off to another streamer. The only problem is every time you click on a new stream, you will get hit with another non-skippable 30-second ad. There is no way to skip the ads. There is no way to escape the ads, and there is no way to rewind the stream and see what you just missed. This has led to a near 10% decrease in hours watched and average viewers from 2021 to 20.
And we'll say as well, it's like me being used to Kick's whole thing of like having no ads essentially. It's like going back over to Twitch and seeing just like an ad pop up. It's like me. It's like I don't even want to like deal with it. Like the minute I just see an ad roll up, it's like no, I'm out of here. Like I'm already too used to not having any ads at all on Kick or on YouTube or whatever. At least on YouTube it's skippable. Like I can bear that at least, but Twitch ads are just like it's crazy.
2022. Both of those metrics are also down in 2023 by 5%. Simply put, there are too many ads on Twitch, but that's a good thing for the company, right? Well, not exactly. Twitch does not have an immense amount of data on who their viewers are because there isn't a whole lot to do on the platform to track it. Think about YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. In just a few minutes, you will be exposed to a large variety of different niches, and you are actively pressing the like button or stopping to engage with the content. The amount of specific information you give about yourself without realizing is just data that gets organized and used to sell targeted ads to you. Because of my Instagram habits, the app knows that I like men's streetwear and accessories, skateboarding, modern furniture, rap music, and golf, so they can send me ads related to those things. All Twitch knows about me is that I watch I'm Dante a lot, and that he's my favorite streamer, so they could maybe guess what I might be interested in based on what they think I'm Dante's viewers like. And because of this, most advertisers don't feel comfortable using Twitch because they don't know if they are truly selling to their target audience. Are you drinking water? When you advertise on YouTube, a brand like
Yes. But one thing, it's like that's one thing I'm wondering how Kick will be running ads over here because obviously they've already developed, or at least they said they developed like on the mobile apps, sort of like this TikTok like algorithm where the most viewed clip of the week will obviously get pushed first. Giovanni, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Danger Zone. But like I was saying, so over here on Kick, how the algorithm works on the mobile app with the TikTok like watching system, whatever. It's like the way they push it is that if you go on the app right now and you go onto the most viral clips of the week, those will get pushed over first. If it has the most like to view ratio, that's going to get pushed first. That's how the algorithm is kind of working right now. Versus like how usually how normally how Kick works, or no, excuse me, not Kick, how TikTok works is that if you just make a new account, it's gonna pretty much do the same, where it's gonna recommend you the most viewed video or short of the week, and sort of see if you how much what's the attention span, like did you watch the whole clip or did you just scroll ahead, did you skip it immediately, and stuff like that. Or sometimes it might even ask you what things are you interested in, like are you like the three topics that you're interested in: gaming, technology, or mm, or like comedy, I guess, like live action comedy. Just throwing that as an example. Um, just like off those three things, it's already going to be recommending you TikToks based on those three things. So, okay, I like gaming, so it might show me clips of any of the top gamers that would be on TikTok. Biggest one I would say is just like XQC or something, and it's like, okay, I start liking these XQC TikToks, then who is XQC associated with? Will Poke, Trainwrecks, just anyone that would be in his inner circle. That's how they'll start recommending you just all these other things that will develop, your personal algorithm. And it's like, so over here, like Patrick was just explaining, like on Twitch, there's no real algorithm set forth that could recommend you a good streamer on Twitch, since he said that, let's kind of like skip back a bit, that he only watches I'm Dante. So who would Twitch recommend Patrick next if he only watches I'm Dante the most? Let me kind of rewind it back a bit to sort of show him explaining how YouTube and Instagram Reels algorithms work.
Variety of different niches, and you are actively pressing the like button or stopping to engage with the content. The amount of specific information you give about yourself without realizing is just data that gets organized and used to sell targeted ads to you. Because of my Instagram habits, the app knows that I like men's streetwear and accessories, skateboarding, modern furniture, rap music, and golf, so they can send me ads related to those things. All Twitch knows about me is that I watch I'm Dante a lot, and that he's my favorite streamer. So they could maybe guess what I might be interested in based on what they think I'm Dante's viewers like. And because of this, most advertisers don't feel comfortable using Twitch because they don't know if they are truly selling to their target audience. Are you drinking water? When you advertise on YouTube, a brand like Pampers can target as specific as 28-year-old married women that live in the eastern United States and are pregnant or just had their first child. And YouTube can run ads so that mostly viewers who fit in that category will see those ads. If Pampers went to Twitch with that target audience in mind, they would simply not know where to run the ads. The only thing that Twitch knows is that their audience is mostly men ages 13 to 35 who like video games. This eliminates a huge chunk of potential revenue because only a small amount of brands want to advertise to that audience. Energy drink brands, unhealthy snack brands, car brands, and other men's lifestyle brands love advertising on Twitch, which leads to interesting sponsorships like QT Cinderella baking a cake on a live stream, but with a Manscaped partnership that says "We save balls" on the screen. To make things worse for advertisers, every deal has to be a long conversation with the ad sales team at Twitch, back and forth emails, phone calls, contracts, a process that takes forever. But any brand or individual can simply go to YouTube, click start advertising, and run a campaign without ever talking to anyone. Twitch will never be a real competitor.
And that's where I would say YouTube definitely has the upper hand, because since it's already like running off of like the Google engine, and it's like people can easily just like run any ads. Like any Google ad is a YouTube ad as well. So like any like side panel ads, or like sometimes like right here, like there might be an ad that just pops up from the bottom, like it's a not non-intrusive ad, I think that's what it's called. It's like they just come up here and it would be an ad relating to my search history on Google. So if I was on Amazon and I was looking for new keyboard or mouse or whatever, like obviously the ad will pop up here. It would just slip up here that like here are deals, or here's I don't know, a Best Buy ad about keyboards, like just like little things like that. And so with Twitch, like how Patrick was just explaining, it's like there's no targeted specific ads towards anybody. It's just like general ads you would see like you would on television. It's like those pharmaceutical ads. It's like it's not those ads aren't really targeted towards anybody, but it's still like, it's still an ad. Like, the television network is still going to get paid based off that ad. And so with Twitch, he just, like Patrick just explained, just like most ads, or the most relevant ads that I've seen, is just mainly I would say energy drinks have been like the ads I've seen the most of on Twitch. Mainly just like G Fuel, Red Bull, or Gamer Subs. Just like those kinds of ads have been the most I've seen. Personally for me, I already got an affiliate deal, so drink poggers. Shameless plug, whatever. But other than that, that's just, it would make sense that I would be seeing those kinds of ads because it's kind of the ones that I've been gearing towards buying. But I got an affiliate deal with Drink Poggers, so I went with them.
Competitor if they don't figure out a way to get more reliable data on their users and create a programmatic ad system so brands can sell to their audience without relying on communication with a Twitch employee. And because of their inability to produce substantial revenue, they hired internal leadership who would shift the focus away from creators and towards driving profits. The senior vice president of global creators, Constance Knight, created a new initiative: cut costs, cut costs, cut costs. Every decision over the course of her tenure was fully based on how it was going to increase company profits, which isn't necessarily her position since she is the head of global creators. Therefore, the needs of creators were constantly being ignored. In one specific example, Knight said that burnout was not a valid reason for creators to not meet contractual obligations. If you don't know, most of Twitch's top creators have contracts directly with the platform where they are being paid essentially a salary or hourly rate to stream exclusively on the platform. These contracts require them to stream
Yeah, so I feel like this video was obviously made like weeks and weeks before, because XQC he's not exclusive anymore. His contract already ended in January.
anywhere from 70 to 100 hours per month, which is roughly 3 hours per day or 4 hours per day if you want the weekends off. But the VP was not letting creators use burnout, or basically them being unmotivated to stream, as a valid excuse to not meet their monthly stream requirements, which led to Twitch employees feeling like the company was losing its way. 12 Twitch employees had gone to HR or logged complaints with their superiors overnight. 5 had left the company citing Knight as a reason. Now, some of you watching could never be convinced that sitting at a computer and playing video games could become a stressful or an annoying job in any way, shape, or form. But at the end of the day, it still is a job, and anyone can burn out from any.
I will say that's kind of like how I've been feeling, like like last month. Like, I think that's when Dead Island came out. Like, I really pushed myself to sort of dedicate at least 10 hours a day just so we can complete the whole game, to like get 100% on it, like complete the main story quest, side quest, Easter eggs, just anything like that. And it's like, as soon as that month ended, I really felt the burnout effects of streaming almost for like 10 hours a day for almost 2 weeks or so. And it's like, someone small like me with no contractual obligations, I could still feel the burnout effects today. And sometimes I even like question if, like, should I go live today or not. It's like this feeling is really real, as much as any other regular job that you would attend to. It's like you don't really feel like going, but you kind of have to, because it's your living. And for me, since this is just like a little side hobby right now, where I would hope to just make it part time, it's like I want to get used to those burnout effects, so I could sort of learn to cope through it, or establish a well timed schedule. Because, like I was talking about earlier, it's like I want to focus more on quality content over quantitative content. and sort of just figure out when would be the best times to go live, best times to upload YouTube videos or YouTube shorts, just anything like that. So essentially, it's like right now I'm gonna have to sort of bear through any burnout effects I might feel while trying to figure this all out.
Job that they do every single day for years. Another previous Twitch employee took to YouTube to state how they feel about the company.
Twitch doesn't care about creators. Twitch cares about looking like they care about creators. Everything Twitch has done for the last 4 years has been with the goal of feeling like they understand and care.
Although this could seem like an employee who is just
I mean, a lot of people won't admit it, but it's like most people kind of like already knew this, but it wasn't like verifiably. It wasn't verifiable until I guess this guy came out and said it.
upset about being fired, Twitch has shown time and time again that no matter how large of a creator you are, they will take you down, even at your highest moment. Kai Cenat, a creator who only just started streaming in February of 2021, dominated Twitch in all of 2022. He reached the very rare milestone of 100,000 subscribers, which made him the #1 most subscribed creator at that time. This prompted him to do a subathon, which was a 24/7, 28-day-long non-stop stream in February 2023 to try and break the record for earning the most subscribers on Twitch in a single month. That record was previously held by Ludwig at 283,000. Not only did Kai break it, he demolished it, peaking at 306,621 all-time subscribers. It was reported that he earned Twitch $10 million, while Kai only received a $2 million payout. These numbers were false, and Kai did not appreciate the narrative.
Twitch made $15 to $20 million on Kai Cenat, and Kai only brought about $2 million back to the. Bro, where y'all getting these numbers from? Where are these numbers coming from? Because now it's a narrative that I'm just a black man who's getting used for millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Kai breaking the sub record was huge.
I mean, I could see why some articles would go ahead and write that, I guess. Like, kind of like what I was covering earlier. It's like, Kid could easily just sign Kai Cenat over, and, you know, he'd still, I guess, have some sort of contract obligations to stream a certain amount of time over here, but at least he will be getting his money's worth of, like, you know, actually getting 95% of the sub revenue he's getting. But since obviously there's no ads here, that's why he's kind of just staying over on Twitch. And it's like, you know, I don't really blame him. Like, he doesn't have to switch over. He's not nobody really owns him, I guess you could say. And but other than that, it's like, it's really just Kai's choice whether he'd want to be on a more chill, laid-back platform like Kick, or stay on Twitch where he could potentially just be getting taken advantage of and not cared about. But at least he's still, like, you know, the face of it. Like, you know, that's still good publicity, still good marketing and everything like that if you were to stay on Twitch.
Huge news, covered by publications like the BBC and Bloomberg, and most of us would assume that Twitch would do anything to boost Kai up. After all, he made history on their platform. At the very least, they would try to use this amazing moment to show the world what wonderful opportunities there are for creators on Twitch. They could squeeze out more press with Kai and do campaigns to get more people or brands interested in live streaming. But no, instead, they sent him a $100 pair of sneakers and banned him from their platform.
It better be a contract and then, oh, congratulations, Kai, on your huge.
That's the other thing though as well. It's like during his whole subathon, it's like there was no contracts or like contract offers ever made after, like, you know, breaking history on their own platform. And like he's just like Patrick's going over here. The best they did was just send him these like weird looking sneakers.
Accomplishment. We are so proud of you, Laura, Anna, and all of your friends at Twitch.
Unfortunately, there was no contract in that package. Twitch did not see enough value in Kai to offer him a streaming contract.
That's just ridiculous.
Or they are making a very strategic business move. Twitch is very top heavy, meaning the top creators are making all of the money. Only 5% of Twitch streamers made over $1,000 in 2021, and 50% of all of their revenue comes from 1% of their creators. Kai became a 1%er without getting an exclusive contract, which means Twitch is profiting immensely off him. It seems like they are not giving him a paid contract because they don't think he will leave. His largest audience and main financial vehicle is on Twitch, and if it was up to them, they wouldn't give streamers contracts to begin with. They want to get to a point where they aren't as reliant on the top 1% of creators, so if someone leaves the platform, they will be just fine. YouTube has 600 creators with over 10 million subscribers. If 20% of those people stopped creating, YouTube wouldn't be hurting financially. Eventually those creators will be replaced, but Twitch 1%ers can't be replaced as quickly or as easily. Maybe Kai is a transitional point for Twitch as a company to see if they can keep 1% talent without paying them additional money. Just a few short weeks after they sent him the sneakers, Kai Cenat announced he was banned from the platform on April 17th. How could they possibly ban the #1 creator on the site? Nobody knew the reason why, but it prompted support from people like Kyrie Irving and Nicki Minaj. We later found out that Twitch told Kai it was from a GTA clip where he promoted simulated sexual activity. This was the clip.
Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my God! My boss! My boss!
He pretended like he was receiving services from a fake woman in a video game. Meanwhile, there's a ton of real borderline sexual activity on that website, let alone simulated. Twitch is just reminding him that he, no matter how big he is, will not be able to break the rules. And everyone knows Twitch's terms of service are extremely unclear. In 2019, Brazilian Twitch streamer Gabriel Baptista received a suspension because he showed a Pink Floyd poster during his broadcast. Faria was banned for wearing gym clothes that Twitch claimed looked like lingerie. Deller was banned for smashing a keyboard over his head. And Dr. Disrespect was banned for, well, they never told him why. Sadly, Kai's ban is just one.
I still think it's because of that bathroom clip, and everybody would agree it's because of like that one clip of Dr. Disrespect just wandering around the bathroom.
Of an extremely long list of incredibly stupid bans that Twitch has given out and will continue to in the future. So with Twitch continuously making the wrong decisions when it comes to profits, employees, and creators, is competition a real threat to their company? Recently, the live streaming platform Kick has made some noise after their $30 million plus deal where they exclusively acquired Aiden Ross. Kick works and looks exactly almost like Twitch. The main difference is that they have a much more lenient terms of service.
Yes,
Streamers
sir.
can gamble, say and do just about anything they want without getting banned, and the biggest thing is that they are offering creators a 95% cut of their subscriber
Yes,
revenue.
sir.
Jared FPS, a Kick streamer, highlighted his
Shout out to Jared.
Kick earnings at $3,800 for 800 subscribers, which would be about $2,000 on Twitch. However, I don't think this is going to be enough to really compete with Twitch. Think about all of the problems I highlighted in this video. Kick is going to have to deal with all of those same problems, but more importantly with
Hold on a sec. I kind of want to go over that. So the high operating cost thingy, like I said, that's already sort of been covered by Eddie himself, the CEO of Kick, that they're actually operating at a discounted price to be using Amazon's web service, the IVS service. So I'm not so sure about this. Like maybe earlier in the video they were talking about how some websites operate at a discounted price, anywhere from 50% to half off to nearly 90% off of these operating costs. And Eddie said himself that they actually, the first 2 months, they had generated like a surplus of profits while operating with no ads and stuff. Just so I'm guessing like Kick obviously works at a discounted price. I would just say 50% for worst case scenario, I'd guess. But as of like securing creators, it's like, well, who do we have over here right now? So Aiden Ross was the biggest one. Destiny, GM Hikaru. Like I kind of actually want to go down the list of who's actually here. I know some people have just switched over. They're not actually contracted, or like, they're not, forced to stream over here on Kick. But okay, what's it called? Okay, so we have, so obviously Aiden Ross, Destiny, GM Hikaru, Oda Block, who else? I feel like I'm missing someone. Wes Cole, he's I think he's like one of the new ones, like a Spanish streamer. Corinna Kampf. Just like going through my follow list, see if I recognize any names. Heel Mike, I'm not too sure about him actually. I'm pretty sure he just switched over. He's not actually contracted. David Dobrik, I think I think he switched over. I'm not too sure. Maybe he's just like multi-streaming where he's like he gambles over here and then still does his YouTube. But again, just like those names I just dropped, like those are all big creators. Biggest ones being like, David Dobrik, Aiden Ross, and West Cole. Just like, that's a very diverse group of people that have come over and definitely still, bring a lot of attention towards Kick. And then not to mention just like, the ones that have switched over non-contractually, like Sam, I'm forgetting his name, Sam, the controversial YouTuber prankster guy. And then Ice Poseidon is now streaming here. He's like running a subathon right now. And it's like, this definitely like serves as a second chance towards anybody that was previously banned or I don't know, maybe discriminated against on Twitch, that could just come over here. And it's like, it doesn't hurt to switch over really. So securing creators, it's like that's pretty easy. And Aiden Ross already had been announcing that a new streamer will be switching over here by the end of this month or maybe in the middle of May. So high operating cost, 50-50 I would say, is like, maybe he's half right. Securing creators, this is totally not a problem. As like, networking wise, like, Trainwrecks knows a lot of people from Twitch that would want to possibly switch over. Now, in terms of ad service, this is where I would actually agree that it might be unreliable for Kick. Because one, it's like, it's fairly new platform and there's definitely a lot of like bots and stuff. So there's no telling on who is an actual ad viewer versus a bot viewer. Then in terms of just like the actual ad itself, what would be placed on here, it's like there's too much sexually explicit guidelines being broken that sort of just make it where it cuts off like 90% of people who would want to place ads here. Like they don't want to obviously align themselves. And especially as well, since they've dropped the mobile app, it's like now Kick has to abide by Apple's Apple Store rules and Google Play Store's rules as well of what kind of content goes on here. And it's like, so far so good. Like, there hasn't been any thing so far, because like when the mobile app dropped, Eddie came out with like these new stricter sexually explicit guidelines where, all the bikini streamers, all the hot tub streamers over here on Kick, they were wearing like legit pasties where it's like half nude and like see-through lingerie. And it's like they were sort of operating off the rule if it's like, if you're not showing it, it's not actually there, I guess you could say. So, you know, if it's like, you know, let's pretend my eye is a nipple. So it's like, okay, you're not seeing it. So like, you know, it's not, it's like, it's still there. You know, I'm still eligible to be, you know, financially covered through ads or whatever, but you know, that change has been made. So proper swimwear has to be put on for any hot tub streamers. And it's like, if Kick kept going down this route of, let's say, okay, you do what you want or whatever, like go ahead and wear the pasties, it's like, what kind of ads would we be seeing on here? Just like Adam and Eve products, condoms, like Trojan condom ads, maybe, uh, like mainly adult ads, I would guess, beer or, I don't know, cigarettes, just like any 18 plus content, I guess. And obviously, like things like that, those kinds of ads obviously don't pay well. You want to be getting ads like the ones that YouTube puts out, where they're obviously paying a lot more per ad. So I would definitely say Kick needs to get its stuff together in terms of its terms of service and guidelines if it really wants to take its ad service serious.
Of those same problems. But more importantly, with advertisers, they will be targeting the same niche as Twitch, but with less censorship and more risque content. Advertisers will feel even less comfortable than they already do with Twitch. But the biggest problem is, Kick is built on Amazon IVS. Remember when Twitch said it was too expensive to run Twitch on IVS? Well, Kick uses the same infrastructure. The difference is, Kick is likely paying at least 20 to 50% more than Twitch is to keep their business operating. So in a way, no matter how successful Kick gets, they will be paying millions, if not billions, to Amazon, who could use that money to fund Twitch. Now, YouTube Gaming, or
And like I already said, it's like Eddie, I think, has said already that they're not actually paying this much to run the website. It's like I'm pretty sure they're operating at a discounted price actually. Not an additional like 120% or 150% charge. But other than that, it's like they're still, like Eddie has said, that they've generated profits off of this, regardless of running off IBS. But I don't know. This kind of information is not really public, so who knows really. Okay.
or their live streaming sector could very well be a threat. The worst part about YouTube is that the live streaming experience is just not as good. The chat is chaotic and hard to read. You can't look at chat logs, which makes it really hard to moderate. The raid feature is terrible. The discovery...
And this is where I kind of has said before as well. It's like, if YouTube wanted to, it could really knock Twitch out of the park if it just dedicated like a week straight of making the live streaming viewing experience like great. Like this is two places where I think it could go. It's like Kick is already doing something about it, where the viewing experience here on Kick, it's obviously very similar to Twitch, so it's already miles ahead of YouTube. And I think like Kick can obviously take advantage of any YouTube streamer saying like, oh, I wish we had this over here, or I wish it was like this over here. It's like Kick could obviously take those notes and apply it over here, and it would just like, it would be ahead of YouTube in terms of streaming. But for YouTube itself, it's like it definitely needs improvements all around, because it's like watching a long YouTube video instead of watching an actual live stream. And it's like they obviously need to like step it up, because like how it is, like this right here, it looks like I'm just watching a YouTube premiere with chat on the side. Like it doesn't look like a live stream. So they definitely need to like change this up if they want to get serious about live streaming.
is that the live streaming experience is just not as good. The chat is chaotic and hard to read. You can't look at chat logs, which makes it really hard to moderate. The raid feature is terrible. The discovery page for live streamers actually looks like they don't update it. And they lack many of the small features that make Twitch streaming more dynamic and more fun. Yet even with all of those downsides, YouTube still holds nearly 15% market share in the live streaming space. So why is YouTube a threat? It's very simple. YouTube has 2.5 billion monthly active users, compared to Twitch's 140 million. YouTube has a strong and reliable ad revenue system, which generated $29 billion last year. Plus, they are offering 70-30 splits for streamers. And if you build a following up as a streamer on YouTube, you now have a whole YouTube channel that you can post regular videos on.
And this is where I think Kick can step up and do somewhat the same. It's like if it wants to sort of, like, it doesn't have to, but if Kick, obviously being in its beta stages, if they were to sort of improve the whole VOD system, like, because right now you can't really download VODs off Kick. You could just like watch them again, but there's no downloading them or anything like that. It doesn't show the live feed that you had during that VOD. It's just like if you were watching a video on your own. And I think like if Kick were to do something similar like this, where they would customize the streamer's profile page to have something like this, where home would be obviously like what you're watching right now, like the home page, like, you know, the stream on the middle, and then chat on the side, information below, streamer information below. And if they were to just like have these sort of tabs over here on Kick, where it would show like, okay, stream, the about me page, VODs, and then just emotes, like little things like that. If Kick could really like take advantage right here.
You just built yourself two assets at one time. Most Twitch streamers have to post clips of their streams on YouTube in order to grow, and even still the translation is not that great, and they end up being more popular on YouTube. If YouTube just got their live streaming page to operate exactly like Twitch or Kick, which wouldn't really be that hard for them, it wouldn't make any sense for small streamers to use Twitch. 1% streamers like Hassan and XQC wouldn't immediately jump ship, or maybe never, because they already have a huge following. At the same time, everybody has a price. Nobody thought Ludwig would switch platforms, but he did. So why hasn't YouTube tried to take over? Especially since I claim it'll be so easy for them. Maybe they just don't see live streaming as a worthwhile business investment.
And that's where I would kind of agree. It's like live streaming, it's obviously more effort put in because it's like it's all improv. You have to just sort of like put content in the moment. That's why I think like Kai Cenat really changed everything during his little subathon. Like every day it would be like watching a YouTube video where he would bring on performers or magicians and everything like that. And so watching all that and getting to interact with it in like, you know, the live chat, it definitely brings out a new perspective on things. Versus like, you know, on YouTube, it still sort of just feels like a VOD platform compared to a streaming platform. You sort of have to make your YouTube streams like if you were making a really long YouTube video. And I think that's probably what he's going to get into here.
So easy for them. Maybe they just don't see live streaming as a worthwhile business investment. Think about everything I mentioned in this video, all the hurdles.
And yeah, another thing as well, it's like he was talking about recently, it's like where Twitch streamers that upload the best moments of their content on the stream, whatever they upload over, whatever they caught over there on Twitch gets uploaded here to YouTube. It obviously does better over here on YouTube, and it's a nice little side revenue thing they could have.
All the expenses, all the bans, moderation, discoverability issues, creator contracts, advertiser uncertainty. Maybe YouTube thinks that live streaming will never be as profitable as video on demand, film, sports entertainment, and music streaming. Maybe live streaming will always be considered a niche subgenre of the entertainment industry. Until YouTube sees a bar packed full of people paying a $10 cover to watch Hassan debate Aiden Ross or Kai Cenat and 21 Savage react to Drake memes, they probably won't even bother. So what should Twitch do? Well, they definitely need to figure out a middle ground with ads. They need advertisers to pay the bills, and we as viewers understand that. Maybe a feature could be implemented that allows viewers to skip an ad or two just in case they pop up at a crucial time in the stream. Maybe even a feature that allows viewers to watch ads for a reward, or uninterrupted ad time when there's some downtime in some.
I've sort of suggested this. It's probably not the best idea, but I think if Twitch should have like a sort of like, if you're not a Prime user or if you're not a sub, you're just a follower, like at least a follower of the person. It's like, I wish they would give you where like every 2 hours you watch of the person, you get a 1 skip ad. And then another 2 hours you get 2 skip ads. And so as these accumulate, as soon as like the next ad roll drops by the streamer, like, or whenever, it's like, okay, I could use this to skip one ad, then like, you know, watch another 2 hours, and then like, oh, now you could skip another ad if you wanted to. Just like sort of let these accumulate up to a maximum of like 5 maybe, where you can only use 1 per hour. Like something like that. I think like if Twitch were to make, like, that would kind of be useful, at least like a start. Because like, you know, on YouTube it's like you get 1 out of 3 ads, and like if you skip the first ad, then like, you know, you don't have to watch the other 2 for the rest of the VOD.
Somebody's stream, kind of like how mobile games will allow you to watch an ad for a reward, or you could exchange personal survey information for less ads. It's invasive, but hey, they're going to try to do that anyway. And after they improve their ad system, just keep the 70-30 revenue split with all creators, big or small. Most platforms provide a better split than that, so that's the least they can do. Also, more clarity and consistency when it comes to streamer bans seems like a very fair ask. Just tell people why they were banned in detail. Timestamp it, provide a clip. Every single time someone is banned, it should be the same process. Most importantly, they need to improve discoverability for small/medium-sized creators. Twitch streamers relying on YouTube or TikTok to gain a following is absolutely ludicrous. Twitch is way too reliant on the 1%ers.
Okay, and this is where I think a lot of people are sort of disagreeing, or like, you know, giving in their take, like we kind of watched earlier with it's a Miskiff is hold on, let me see if I can just pull up that clip again. Okay, here it is.
Streamer and I don't get any views. I know people want to bitch and complain and say, oh, I'm a small streamer and I don't get any viewers. Yeah, do better. I don't know what to tell you. Go on TikTok, make more TikToks, do more YouTube shorts, try to grow outside of the platform. Because if it hasn't been obvious for the past 6 years now, you're not growing on Twitch anymore. That's not how it works. You have to find discoverability through other places. But people like to complain a lot and say that it's Twitch's fault. It's not Twitch's fault. It's your fault. Do a better job.
Twitch streamers relying on YouTube or TikTok to gain a following is absolutely ludicrous.
No, it's not. How is it ludicrous in the slightest that someone's trying to go on and works on TikTok and YouTube? Of course you're going to. What the fuck? What else would it be? You think that Twitch should just... How the fuck would Twitch, for thousands of small creators every day, push the smaller creators? And people don't want to watch smaller creators. Most people want to watch the bigger streamers, and they want to watch people that already have a community. And they want to watch a lot of people that understand and already have, you know, experience and they're professionals at Twitch. Like, TikTok.
There was also one more clip I wanted to add, and it was from Sneeko, where he reacted to the same video that we were just reacting to. And so here's what Sneeko had to say.
They need to improve discoverability for small/medium.
Just let Twitch die. Twitch is done.
Relying on YouTube or TikTok to gain a following is absolutely ludicrous. Twitch is way too reliant on the 1%ers, and they're way too reliant on.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, it's not because you have to rely on YouTube and TikTok. Just most of these people suck. Most of them don't say anything. They're not authentic anymore. You notice how there's no authenticity whatsoever with these streamers or with content creators? They don't want to have to risk that. They don't want to have to put their lives out there because they don't want to be criticized. They don't want to say anything that's not against the woke agenda, because if you do, then they're going to be criticized relentlessly and they're going to start crying on stream. That's not what you want to do. You'd rather just put out just put this image, this clean cut Twitch, I'm a good boy image, and you'll be fine. And that's why most of them suck. And then they blame Twitch for the fact they're not blowing up. Your stream just sucks. You suck. TikTok and YouTube is a good way to be able to promote yourself. And if you make good content, there should be good content that you can post on those other platforms. It's that simple.
And like I said, we reacted to this earlier, but I would sort of just like half agree already, because it's like most people just would rather watch someone who's already have a experienced way of streaming versus someone up and coming and growing, sort of like learning the ways of how to go viral. And I mean, I guess everybody would agree that, like, it's sort of just become the new meta of growing, that because Twitch has never really had any great discoverability. It's just like if you were the one of the original OGs there, then you're good to go. Like at least like you've like set a foundation. Versus if you were to go there and stream today, like as a new face, new name, new everything, there's no real way of growing there. There's no great discoverability. So it's just recommended by everybody that you sort of just outsource yourself and, make YouTube videos, make shorts, make TikToks, just all this kind of stuff. And then since obviously those do better, those garner thousands and thousands of views. It's like sort of just advertise yourself over there, market yourself over there, and tell them to come over here on a platform like Kick or Twitch or YouTube. And that's sort of just been the way that some people have been growing. And I guess it's like Patrick is sort of critiquing that it's a shame that you have to do it that way, because this is where, like I said, it's I would agree that it sucks that it has to come to that because that's how bad Twitch is, but it's still kind of good that you would put your name all across the internet, all across TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. So then you could, like if I were just an exclusive person towards TikTok, I might not grow as big as I would on YouTube or Twitch. So I obviously, like, if I want to bring people over to my TikTok, I would outsource to YouTube or Twitch and then tell them to come over here, or, vice versa. If I want more people on my YouTube, I tell people on Twitch or TikTok or Instagram Reels to come over to my YouTube. Just like that sort of whole thing. That's just how it has been. It's how it's going to have to be until these platforms figure out a way how to market small streamers good, or like, develop an algorithm that would reward streamers for, obviously their hard work.
And they're way too reliant on other platforms. Ultimately, I want to see Twitch win, and the streaming community wants to see them win as well. I think live streamers are incredibly underrated in terms of their entertainment value and ability to hold an audience for hours on end. But if they don't make these critical improvements, and YouTube just decides to invest $1 billion into making YouTube gaming a fierce competitor, I think Twitch could be on the verge of going out of business 5 to 10 years down the line.